I sealed up this box for my future self in 1999. It's 25 years later. Let's see what's inside. Cool, so I made this time capsule back in the year 1999 to 2000. I was in Miss O'Quinn's class, 2nd grade at Terrace Elementary. If you can't tell, decorated it myself, have the cutout letters here on top of the box, some of my favorite stickers here. I'm pretty sure we sealed these up in class, and I don't know if this is for sure, but I want to say that I took this home myself and added the extra duct tape and whatnot around it to make sure that I could keep myself out of it. It looks like I also added something in these holes here to make sure that I didn't get too peeky and want to see what's going on. But yeah, I'm trying to think of what was going on in 1999 to the year 2000. I know it was before 9/11. I was in 2nd grade. I remember in 2nd grade at Terrace Elementary School, was my last year at Terrace Elementary School. My teacher was Miss O'Quinn. My best friend at the time was named Brandon Brigham. I hope he sees this video. And yeah, from there, I remember I went from Terrace Elementary School, and then 3rd grade I transferred to a new school, and I lived on Rory Street right over by Terrace Elementary when I made this box, because I remember specifically walking to school on the day we were going to make this box. And I'm predicting this now, but I found a really cool rock, as cool as rocks can get, I guess, for 2nd graders. And I feel like I put it in this box, so I'm very excited to see what's in here. I'm also, I guess I want to speculate a little bit on what I think's inside of here. I want to say there's a Pikachu Pokemon card in here. And then I also think I wrote a letter to myself. But to be honest with you, I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, I guess let's go ahead and open this thing up. 25 years. I'm a little nervous. Heart's beating a little fast here. I'm very interested to see what was important to me. Also, shout out to my stepdad Tommy for keeping this thing all these years, and giving me the ability to even do this. So that duct tape held up good. A little dust coming out of here. Dust coming out from the duct tape. Alright, so let's see if we got all this done. Looks like we got it all cut. The big reveal. So I'm gonna just go one at a time. First off, something was bouncing all around in here, and I can't believe this held up together this well this whole time. So I guess all these Legos held together. This looks like it was a McDonald's toy that I had gotten probably in a Happy Meal or something like that I thought was cool and put together and thought it needed to be in here. There's some pictures in here. I'm gonna just go one by one. So it looks like we made silly predictions for the year 2025 by Carson Beavers. So let's see what we have in here. So these, I drew pictures of some of the coolest hairstyles that I think would make people look cool in 2025. We have green spiky hair and then some multicolored balloons apparently, which I don't even know what that's about, but who will have traveled into space? Frogs will go into space for sure by 2025. I hope we've checked that one out. I think there's going to be a few new animals called the firefish for a new kind of pet with an underwater fish on fire here. A discovery about vegetables. If you eat corn, it will make you smart. What will have been found in the ocean floor? Dinosaur bones will be found on the ocean floor, and I'm pretty sure that's happened. So check one for my future predictions. Favorite snack will be bite-sized fruit roll-ups. Solid guess for 2nd grade me right there. And I think the coolest toy is going to be a robot. The most helpful invention, I think the most helpful invention will be an automatic breakfast maker, which I hope somebody's working on that right now. I think the coolest fashion will be glow-in-the-dark clothes. What will I look like and be doing in 2025? I will be a grown-up and might even be married. And believe it or not, you can't see her on the camera right now, but my wife's in this room right now, so this did come true. I am married. I did call that one as well. So I'm going to go through, instead of reading all this right now, I'm going to go through what's all in the box, and then we'll decide what needs to be read. So this is Carson's autograph book from the year 2000. I don't know whose autographs are in here. This looks like a family picture that we took from the year 2000. This was November 21st, 1999, youth group family dinner at the Omni Hotel in Richardson. This is my mom, my stepfather Tommy, and my brother Matt. Here's another picture of what I looked like in the second grade. Have here Carson Beavers Terrace Elementary report card. I'm trying to see, so it looks like I had all A's except for one C in behavior and art, which that's very obviously a mistake. I'm gonna have to reach out to Miss O'Quinn and figure out what happened here, but yeah, actual report card to prove to my wife and everybody that I've been this smart the whole time. It's nothing new. Nothing new. And this is remembering the year 2000. This is some interesting choices here on this sheet. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put that. I'm going to preface this with, I'm assuming these were some of my favorite shows and favorite characters. I got Kenan and Kel from Kenan and Kel on here. Jonathan Taylor Thomas, the Wayans brothers, Marlon and Sean Wayans. I remember even in second grade watching the Wayans brothers show before school. And I'm not sure what this dog and cat are about, but Captain Beaver here is pretty classic. I like to think that's the superheroes I was looking up to in second grade. Superpowers, chewing wood. I knew I had a Pokemon card in here. Or some, looks like a couple. So this one, okay, this is a Pokemon sticker. So I remember this because I had a whole binder, I actually still have the binder at my house, of these stickers in front of the binder to put my Pokemon cards in. And then I put a Machop and a Machoke Pokemon card. And there's one thing that second grade me knew, it was that 25 years later, Pokemon would be relevant still. So, to everybody who's acting like they knew, here's proof. I knew it wasn't going anywhere. I knew it would stand the test of time. It's a classic, killing it since day one, perfect attendance award. I can't wait to have this to show my kids because they got no excuses not to go to school. And I don't even have kids yet. I'm just getting ready to get on their ass. All right. So this was my day. I'm going to save this to the end until I go through the box. But this was apparently a letter of what my day looks like in the second grade. So I will read this once I get everything out of this box. This looks like an Albertsons. Oh, this will be interesting. Some of these prices for how much things cost back in the day. Orange juice still kind of looks like it was expensive at Albertsons. Two things of orange juice for $5. Half ham for $3.79 a pound. That doesn't seem that crazy. Canned ham. Glad I don't see a lot of that around anymore. But no, this is kind of hilarious to even think about. Like, I went to the grocery store the other day and was just buying groceries for like me and my wife. I'm looking at a minimum of $150. Whereas like these prices obviously were different. That's crazy. I'm trying to see if I can find anything in here that's like, oh yeah, I still buy that today. It's cost this much now. Chicken of the sea. I don't know what the tuna price is nowadays, but back in the day it was 3 for $2. So gone up a little bit. And then I'm so glad that's in there. I just noticed this. My favorite book is at the bottom of this. But this looks like a copy of the Dallas Morning News from December 12th, 1999. Friction and friendship. I'm trying to see what the biggest headlines were. Many opting for low-key revelry on New Year's Eve. 66% of people in this study were celebrating New Year's Eve at home. 70% in their friends' and family's house. Toying with the tradition. I can't believe how well this newspaper stayed together. This is back in the day when they were literally, there's a list of the TV news shows and what time they come on. Fox News, 8 a.m. on Channel 4. Biggest Super Sunday in the century. Oh, okay. Cartier tank French. I wish there was a price on this so we could see how much inflation. As an adult, I got into watches and have a little bit of a watch collection. That's crazy. And then finally in here, it looks like my favorite book, which was Dogzilla. So specifically Dogzilla, there was another book that went along with this called Cat Kong, which I obviously liked that one so much that I kept that one in my personal collection and didn't seal it up in this. But this book was written by Dave Pilkey, and I do remember who Dave Pilkey is. I could be wrong on this, but I want to say he is the author of Captain Underpants. And I remember specifically going to the bookstore and being excited to get this book. And it's the story of the book is the city of mice. Dogzilla is terrorizing the city of mice. So even if I end up being wrong and this wasn't written by the guy that wrote Captain Underpants, then I'm pretty sure they were in the same genre. But cool. Well, that's everything that's in this box. I can't believe how well it kind of stayed together. Like, yeah, it looks like something got in here, and it looks like there might have been a little moisture in here, but how well it stayed together is kind of insane to me. But yeah, it looks like, honestly, as a second grader, I had a pretty good grasp on what was coming in 2025. Got a couple predictions right. I'm going to go ahead and assume these were my favorite shows and not my crushes at the time. I'm not going to lie, I pulled that one out at first. You see Jonathan Taylor Thomas right there at the top, and you start thinking, hey, I don't remember what exactly I was thinking at 8, 9 years old. So, it is what it is at this point. That's hilarious. And then I'm going to go ahead and just read this letter. Let's see what a day in the life. Oh man, today is the 3rd? Yeah, literally I wrote this letter. It's dated January 6th of the year 2000. So almost 25 years to the day. So my day, which also my handwriting hasn't got any better. It's almost exactly the same as this right here. But my day, this is what I do all day at school. First, we do our overhead work. Sometimes it's ABC, order, and other stuff. Second, we do seat work, centers, and reading groups. Next, we go to specials like PE, music, and art. My favorite was always PE. All right, let me read that again. Next, we go to specials like PE, music, and art. My favorite was always PE. Then we have our snack. After that, we do math things like pluses and takeaways. Next, we go to lunch and eat our lunches. Then we come back from lunch to read our chapter book. After that, we go to recess to play. Next, we come in for Spanish. Then we do our daily diary. So, I hate to break this to my second grade teacher, Miss O'Quinn, but the Spanish didn't stick. But looks like I was very good at writing lists in the second grade, since essentially that's what my plan was for my day-to-day activities. And then I think this was my picture of the school, which is probably pretty accurate, but also pretty generic. We have the literal school, the flagpole, and the sun. So that's what kind of stood out to me. And that's kind of my signature back in my artist days, was putting the sunglasses on the sun. So if you're ever in like a pawn shop or see a piece of art that has sunglasses on the sun, it's probably one of my earlier works. We got Carson's autograph book from the year 2000 here. So this is laminated, so it's official. Oh, got a letter from Miss O'Quinn. Carson, you are such a joy to have in class. You are so smart, sweet, and handsome. You can do anything you decide to do. Great, good luck in everything you do. Love, Miss O'Quinn. And then there's actually some names on here from people that were in my class. And one of these names, shout out Jessica Neighbor. I literally, before I came here to make this video today, I was telling my wife about how I still know some of these people on Facebook, and I know for a fact, I just looked at Jessica Neighbor's Facebook, so shout out to Jessica. I hope you're doing well. Sarah Healy, Jordan Jones, Brittany, Sam Harrison, Seth, Chris, Sarah, Carrie, Kelly. I don't know for sure, but I think that's Kelly Hairhold, and I'm still friends with her on Facebook as well, so shout out to her. Samantha, Stewart, and then I know this is my best friend at the time, Brandon Brigham. I know that's my guy. I know I'm friends with him on Facebook too. And then shout out to Sage, one of my best friends at the time. And then here looks like another letter. You are such a fun kid to have. Oh, this is cool. I didn't even realize what this was when I was opening this up. This is a letter from my mom that she wrote to me. She wrote, see, I knew these dates were adding up. She wrote this on 1/11, the year 2000, after I wrote this on 1/6. That's why I think that I took this home and maybe we added this and then I wrapped all this duct tape and stuff around it. But I had no idea this was in here. I'm going to read this letter. This is the first time I'm even reading this. So here we go. Carson, you are such a fun kid to have. You're smart, funny, cute, and pretty easygoing. You and Matt are so close and always have been. He really watches out for you and protects you. I'm always hearing from teachers and parents how cute you are, what a good student you are, and what a joy you are to have in their class. Your memory is incredible. You hear something once and you remember every detail. You've always been a fast learner. Your best friend since kindergarten is Brandon. I'm so glad I read that after and made that note before, so it wasn't just from this. You two are so cute and funny together. We live on Rory Drive since you were 17 months old. Your friends on our block are Scott and Devin Lessig. Shout out Scott and Devin. Shout out to their dad, Big Scott. I remember going over to their house when I was growing up. And Ryan Ecker. Shout out to Ryan Ecker, which is so funny because later me and Ryan became friends in high school through Paul Montgomery, and this was before any of that. You and your friends are very into Pokemon. You know everything about every one of them. For Christmas this last year, which was about 3 weeks ago, you got a Game Boy Color, a red scooter, a Pokédex, a digital Timex watch that lights up and you ask it questions and it answers. You only take it off to shower, then put it right back on. We are getting ready to go skiing in Red River, New Mexico. This will be your fifth ski trip skiing in Red River, and you've also been to Angel Fire, New Mexico with your dad twice. You're a great skier. Carson, I love you so much, and I hope when you open this in 2025 that you're happy and successful. I hope you have good morals and values and are an honest man. I know you are, and I know I'm very proud of you with all my heart, Mom. And I do just want to say that I know for a fact that this is what my mom meant at the time all the way through my entire life, because at my wedding in June of 2024, this last year, when we talked right before the wedding, that was almost exactly what she told me verbatim, word for word. She was like, you are a good man, you have good morals and values, and you're an honest man. And that was always something that was super important to her when I was growing up. So Mom, I hope you feel like you succeeded I think it's really cool that you wrote me this letter. I love you so much and had such a great time reading this and just kind of going through this whole box. That's pretty crazy. It looks like there's some more notes on here. Over the Christmas holidays, you saw the movies Stuart Little, Bicentennial Man, and Toy Story 2. I don't know if there's anything else in here. Oh, you know what? There's another letter at the end of this. Just doesn't. This is a gift that doesn't stop giving. This is actually the last thing. This is a letter from my stepdad. And it says, "This is my stepdad Tommy, who kept this time capsule this entire time and brought it back to me a couple years ago." It says, "Hi Carson. Well, it's Tuesday, January 11th, 2000. I'm waiting on your mom and Matt to get home. It's been such a nice day today. I think it got to almost 72 and the sun is out. You were outside playing with the boys down the street. We just finished your homework before you went outside to play. You had a worksheet on word problems to do with telling time. I can't wait to get to Red River, New Mexico this weekend. I know we are all going to have a good time. And with y'all going skiing with your dad, you should be a great skier this year. You may have to help Sundro out." Sundro is my brother-in-law, and I can't wait to show this to him. We just saw him on Thanksgiving 2024. So him and Stephanie, my sister, had just gotten married probably around this time. Stephanie said that he is getting a little scared about his first time skiing. Well, you are doing so well in school this year. I think it will be so cool to open this up and read and see the things you put in your time capsule. You're a very special young man to me, and I'm so happy that you've been a part of my life. You and Matt bring so many wonderful things into my life. Well, Abby and Jackson, our dogs, are wanting to come in from outside. They're telling me to say hi to you from them. Love, Tommy. That's so on par with just Tommy and everything, and I love that letter and that he wrote that, and everything that they portrayed through that letter is such a good glimpse of what my childhood was like. And thank you to both of my parents, my stepdad Tommy and to my mom, for writing me these letters and to hanging on for this long. I love you guys so much, and I can't wait to give you guys a call after I get done finishing this video and tell you about this cool stuff. So I love you guys. But no, this is really cool. It's just hard to believe all this stuff lasted for 25 years. I feel like I was pretty accurate when it came to the predictions here. Super excited to look through this stuff more with my wife. And one day my kids, me and my wife, were actually talking about packing all this stuff up with some stuff that we have from her childhood too, and then boxing it up for another 25 years and then giving it to our kids. So we might keep that going. Other than that, anybody who happened to be in this class, anybody who went to Terrace Elementary, please comment on this video. If you guys made a time capsule in your time there, and just somehow somebody happens to still have one, I would love to talk to you. That would be really cool to reconnect and see what was inside of yours. Other than that, thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope y'all thought it was as cool as I did.
Nice.